Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. So guys, today, part 2 on the Peugeot. I think I've ordered everything that we need for this car. And also we have had some parts being delivered, and I'll show you that in a second. But yeah, we're going to carry on doing the wet belt first, change that over, get all that sorted out, put the sump back in place, then do the top end, and then just gradually build it up. But yeah, let's get cracking. Let's do this. Right, guys, there's parts absolutely everywhere at the minute. Yeah, I've really got to have a good tidy up and a sort out. But most of it is, you know, obviously for this car, because we're taking it all apart. I have this come yesterday. So this is the bonnet that we're going to be putting on this car, because that one is completely bent up and twisted. So that ain't no good. And that is obviously in colour, which is great. That's the only thing we need to get in colour is that bonnet, and that's what I've got. So, you know, no going to the paint shop on this one. It should be a pretty good match, but you never know until it's on the car. So, yeah, once we do that, we will find out if it's a good colour match or not. So, the rad pack that we took off yesterday, 100%, I took it apart and I thought, you know what, let's have a look at it. Well, 100%. That is completely gone. We know that's completely gone because obviously there was no air conditioning in the system. So, you know, that is obviously scrap. The fan itself in really good condition on this side, I've got to be honest. So, thinking about holding on to the fan itself, the actual rad pack, the water rad. It's got a few marks here, but I just don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure this one. I might have to do a water test, but it don't matter anyway, because I've got another front slam panel rad pack, the complete set. It's all coming. So I'll just use that and swap it over. So I'm not going to use any of this, really. I've got to be honest. Even though this actual slam panel is in still... Believe it or not, it's in still really good condition, and there's no damage to it because I've checked it all over. So what had happened, it's gone through there, and then just pushed it. It must have been a tow bar or something to do this. Something small that went straight through, because nothing else around it it's been damaged. Even on this side, there's no damage to it whatsoever. So yeah, very, very strange. Very strange. So I don't know about... So I might have to use that. I don't know, actually, how I've just ordered one, and it's on its way, but I don't know about all these little bits and pieces. So I might have to take out the rad pack, air conditioning and water rad from the other one, and put it into here. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure how we're going to do it. So... yeah, but we'll get into that once we get to that stage. We're not going to get to that stage for a couple of more days, I don't think, because I have ordered them. They're on their way, and I just don't know when they're going to come in. So we will, we'll continue with this. I have got the service kit as well for this one. That's turned up. So she's in here. I've actually got 2 kits in here. One is for the one kit is for this car, and then the other kit is for the blue Fiat 500 we're doing. That's for that one there. That's for the Fiat 500. So that kit's for that one, and this one is for this one we're doing now. So yeah, nice service kit we're gonna do. So yeah, parts are starting to trickle in for this one. Because I've actually been ordering parts over the last few days before I even started this, because I knew we needed some bits, but I didn't know about that part, because I didn't know what was broken, what was smashed, what was cracked, and what we could use and what we can't use. So, yeah, I think I've ordered everything now. We've just got to wait for them to trickle in. So, but yeah, let's continue today on the timing belt side, the wet belt, and we will see. It's cracking, isn't it? You can see it now. Now it's sort of the oil's dried off the belt. You can see it a lot better. I will show you when I take it off. So yesterday, where did we get yesterday? Right, so the top end is locked with these top cam lockers, like that. And the bottom end is locked with the pin. So, and we cleaned this intake, didn't we? To make it nice and clean. Put it all back. So that's all done. So yeah, we can carry on. Let's get this belt off. Get that cover off there. That's got to come off. And that crank pulley's got to come off as well. And we will continue. So I'll set you up, guys. Let's do this. Right, okay, well, there we go. We are all stripped down. All I've got to do is take out that oil seal at the bottom. Got a new one to go in there, so yeah, take that one off. You can see now just sort of through there, that's where the tensioner sits and the idler pulley. That sits on there, and we've taken away, you can see, on the ends, there's a little notch here, that little notch there. And that obviously goes into the back of these. There's a little cut out there that goes into the notch there. You can just see it. So you can't really go wrong with these. They're not, I don't think they're sprung. Are they sprung? They've got a little bit of a spring on it. But that must change, I suppose, when it's been driven. But as long as it's got a keyway, you should be all right, because obviously it will only go. You can only go one way, which is a good way, a good design, and a good a good thing that they're thinking about. But yeah, let me show you the belt. Obviously that's the tensioner, that's the idler pulley. And this is the belt. So yeah, look at that. Obviously it gets worse because I'm doing this with the actual belt, so I'm sort of folding it in half. So I am making it worse. But yeah, how long that would have lasted, I don't know. But the actual inside of pieces of the belts, that it's not actually coming off anymore. So I don't know. Oh, I suppose it is a little bit just in there. You got these little, that's all these little pieces that come away on the inside part. That's what blocks up the oil intake from underneath. So yeah, but that's the old belt anyway. You can see it's cracking all around it. This is the reason why I like doing this, because I know now that once the car goes, it is good for a while. And I'll probably tell the customer, look, bring it back to me. I'll do the oil changes. Really should change the oil every 5,000 or 6,000 miles, just to be sure. Do the regular services at 6,000 miles, and then we'll do another belt after another 30,000 miles. I think that's going to be the only way, really, to make sure that you're never going to get a problem with the belt and with the thing. Someone did mention to me that main dealer is offering a flat rate to change these wet belts for £500, which is a good deal. It's a good because their Peugeot are holding themselves responsible for the actual failure of the belt. It's their engine, it's their setup, it's their way. Whereas Fords have always denied it. They've always said, no. The wet belt, the AS system is perfect, nothing wrong with it. Whereas Peugeot, I said, put their hands up, said, yeah, all right, we'll sort it out. And now they've changed it. The new Peugeots will only come with a chain. So, yeah, it is what it is. But let's continue. We'll get the new belt inside first, then we'll put these pulleys back on, and then we'll start lining it back on, putting it all back together, and yeah, we'll go from there. So let's now do the reverse. Let's do this. Right, okay, well, there we go. That is the timing belt and all the pieces put back together. You just see me do that there. Everything's been done up. Everything's been torqued up. The correct settings, like the crank pulley, I think that was 50 Newton meters and 180 degrees. These are actually quite low. I think they're 20 Newton meters and then 120 degrees. So a little bit different, a little bit, I'm not quite used to that, but I would have thought they would have been a little bit tighter than that. But the torque settings are the torque settings. And yeah, spun it over 4 times, the engine, and then put the locking plate on the cams back in place, and it all locks up and goes back into place. So I'm quite happy and confident that is that done. And yeah, it's just nice now, because you know, I'm doing the rest of the car, I'm doing the rest of the front end. Let's get that done as well, the mechanical side of it. And then going forward, as long as it's reserviced, like I said, we shouldn't have any problems for the new owner. So, yeah. But going very, very well, this car. I'm really I'm quite enjoying doing this one. I really am. I have noticed something else. And let me show you. Let me sit on my little stool. And I'll show you what it is. So these discs, they've got quite a bit of lip. That lip is quite big considering the age of the car and the mileage. So they've got to be changed. So we're going to do discs and we're going to do pads back for the front. On the rear, we've only got drums, so we ain't got to do that. But we have got to do these discs and pads. Bearing in mind, guys, this is going for an MOT. So we've got to make sure that ain't going to come up on an advisory, and I don't want it to come up on an advisory. So we'll be doing these as well. I have ordered these, a set for the front, and they're on their way. So it's another job, yes, but it's definitely, I think it's definitely worth doing. So yeah, let's continue. I think what I want to do now is I want to get the sump underneath fixed, get that all gasketed up and sorted. Then the top end, we can put the cam cover, the cam cover back on, the intake back on, and then just basically rebuild this whole engine top and bottom now, and then just see how far we get. Like obviously the slam panel, the rad pack, that I haven't got that, so we can't continue with that. Do you know what I mean? That'll be the next step, is to do that. But let's concentrate on the engine, and then we'll just see how far we get today. So I'll set you up. Let's do this. Right, well, guys, like I said before, I'm really enjoying this. And it's showing because just like it feels like the snap of a finger and it's back together. And that's a sign of, you know, enjoying what you're doing, because it goes so quick and it just feels normal and natural. So, but yeah, we are all back together when it comes to the engine. I haven't put engine oil yet. I will do that in a bit, but I will not be starting the engine, believe it or not. I don't want to start the engine until we've got that gasket around the underneath where the sump is all sealed off. You can see I put the new oil filter in place as well, but it's that gasket sealant I want to make sure. So 24 hours really is what I want to give that, but I'm sure, you know, when we come back tomorrow in overnight, it'll just dry off anyway. But yeah, I'm going to leave that. But we are going to move on now to the brakes. We're going to strip down the brakes to get to the discs and the pads, clean it all up, strip it all down, get it ready basically to receive the new ones. Yeah, and we'll just see how much more we get done today. And then when I go back tonight home, I'll see what has been delivered when it comes to parts for this one, whether or not we can carry on tomorrow. If we can't, we will then jump on something else tomorrow. Maybe the Fiat 500. Don't really know. Yeah, might be jump on the blue Fiat 500, do a bit of work on that, or yeah, we'll just see how it goes. But for today, let's keep going. I'll set you up. Let's now strip all the brakes down. Let's do this. Right, okay, so there we go. Brakes are all stripped down, ready. Discs and pads are still not turned up from the suppliers. I'm going to have to call them. And they're normally pretty good and pretty quick, but for some reason they're a little bit slow today. Hopefully tomorrow, and then we could just put the discs and pads on, and then that'll be that job done. I couldn't leave that like that. I had to change them. Let me show you the condition, and then you can tell me if I'm right or not, because yeah, look at the pads themselves straight away. A little bit left on them, but nothing that really that I was happy with to let go and sell, really. And this lip, it is quite a lot. I'm trying to get you in there to see if you can see that, but it's pretty it is difficult to show it on camera, but it just feels, you know, more of a larger lip than normal. These discs have really scored as well. So, and I can feel it as you run your nail across it. You can feel it's all like jumpy, which means it's like tram lines, like a record. And that should be flat and smooth. But yeah, it's all like tram lines in them, like a old type record. So yeah, they had to be changed. I had to get them off and swap them over. It's not a lot of money, I've got to be honest. I think the discs and the pads for the front of these, just for the parts, was like 60 quid. So it's not a lot of money. It ain't. So for me, it's just I just feel a lot better changing them over. And like I said about the MOT as well, guys, they would have pulled that, and I don't want them to pull anything on the MOT. It's a 2019. It's already had a couple of MOTs, I think 1 or 2, and so far no advisories on those MOTs, and that is what I want to continue doing. If ever I do a newish car like this, I'm going to always try and aim for that. So, but yeah, I think we've done enough today, don't you? I think I've done absolutely loads. We've completely put the engine back together. The timing belt is done. I've done the oil as well, so that's filled up a little bit over on the mark, on the dipstick, a little bit over where it should be, but that's a good thing, because what happens is once you get the engine going and circulating, it will go into the new oil filter, and then I might even have to put a little bit more in just to top it up a little bit more, but we'll see. But for today, guys, that is it. I am done. I don't know if we're going to be working on this tomorrow, but I will, because if you know, if there's not enough to do for one day's video, I'm probably going to leave it and jump onto something else. But let's just see what happens. Tomorrow. But for now, that's it, guys. Don't forget, drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. How's it going so far? And have you noticed anything in the videos? Those eagle-eyed comments that I get sometimes. Oh, you should be doing this. Oh, you did do that. You did do this. I like sitting there and basically laughing, because it's easy. It's easy to sit there and start picking at things and then writing a comment, because you're not doing it. Like, I'm doing the whole thing during the whole day, step by step by step by step by step. So you're gonna forget things. There's gonna be a little bits and pieces that you should do, you shouldn't do. Do you know what I mean? But I always try and do the best I can, and give everything a go. So there we go. Don't forget, guys, give the video a thumbs up. And if you ain't already, don't forget, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. See you soon.